Hi, Sean.
Hi, Jack.
How are you?
Not too bad, thank you. How are you?
I'm all right, thanks. Are you?
Got a smirk on your face.
Well, Are you still at Grace's place? How's the move going?
So,
As I see, you got most of your laundry hanging up behind you. Is that?
that's Grace's dad's shirt, and
Okay.
we're still at Grace's parents. The damp is being sorted as we speak. Apparently,
Okay. Yeah,
Who knows?
Yeah. Okay.
Who knows?
So what? Just, I mean, I know it's got nothing to do with the podcast or anything, but why is Grace's dad's shirt hanging behind you?
What is this? I'm in his office.
Why does he have his shirts hanging on the wall in his office? He's not a footballer, is he, or something? We'll move on. I'm just distracted. That's all.
Look, wait there. Steve. Steve.
Okay.
He's ignoring you.
Yeah.
Maybe he's taken. I think he's maybe taken Mildred for a walk.
All right. Good. Yeah. Just.
It's good service in here.
Yeah. We'll move on. We'll move on from that. Yeah.
But you're good. You're good.
Yeah. Very good. Yeah. I had something quite nice happen the other day because Hattie, my daughter Hattie, said that she was in a black cab and the driver was laughing away and said, "Have you listened to this Oh My Dog podcast?"
No way.
And Hattie says, "Oh yeah, I have heard it. It's good, isn't it?" He says, "Oh, it's amazing." Anyway, yeah,
that's wonderful.
So it's nice. There's a black cab driver out there who's listeing. Hello.
Yes.
I think he's got a bull terrier puppy. He was saying to
nice.
Hattie, and that they're trying to train.
Do you know what? You've just reminded me of something that I completely forgot, which I shouldn't have done, which is awful. But do you remember we had? Oh, this is terrible. But this is all coming to me now. Sorry, I've been all over the place. I've not been home much this week, and that really. And I'm literally homeless. I mean, I'm still.
You are. I was going to say you haven't got home, have you? Really?
But I did a work in progress show. To those that don't know what that is, it's just where comedians are trying out stuff they've not said before. I did one in Nottingham in a small room, and one of our listeners was there. She had left us a voice note previously. Very sweet young girl. She was
Iona, isn't it?
Yes, Iona.
Yeah.
Who said she was going to bring some gifts to the show.
Yeah.
And she did. And
Yes.
I'm going to go and get them. So.
You
can fill the air.
We'll just fill. Okay. Well, actually, Sara, that brings me on to something that I feel bad about because you know that those 3 bottles of apple juice that
no, Jack.
very nice Josie left for me at the theatre in Llanelli. I left them in the fridge and they seem to have been. They've all gone, I think. So that's that. I'm afraid you didn't get yours. I feel really bad. I owe you a bottle of apple juice, basically.
Testament to how good it is.
It is a testament to how good it is because it was delicious. It really was nice apple juice, and I'm sorry you'll never get to know it.
Oh,
it was nice.
shame.
I know, but anyway, whatever you do, don't tell Sean. Here he is.
Okay, yeah, we are.
Oh, you're right, Sean. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Don't get any ideas, by the way.
No.
This is a 3-person pod.
Yes.
I don't know how well that went when I was gone.
Oh, we're just filling for you. Don't worry about it. It's nothing.
Good.
We're just talking about nothing in particular. The weather.
You didn't miss anything, honest.
No.
Right. This is absolutely wonderful. Sara, can you remember how old Iona was?
I think she's 16.
It is 16.
Yeah.
My God. Well, look at this. What an incredible little artist she is. Sorry
Wow.
for the listeners.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's brilliant. That is brilliant.
That's so good.
That's such a good drawing.
Yeah, it's a drawing of the 3 of us with our dogs and some great detail there because Jack is carrying Dolly.
Of course, very well observed, Iona. Brilliant. That is so nice.
And then I can't believe this. I mean, how good is Iona at drawing? This is painting. Look at this. I'll start with Dolly. Look at that.
That's fantastic.
Oh, wow. It's amazing.
I love it. That's brilliant. Well done.
There you go. I'll make sure to give that to Jack next time I see him. And then
there's nothing worse than you get given a present and you don't hand it on. Do you find, it's
Yeah, don't do that, Sean.
No.
For goodness sake.
No, it'd be a bit strange if I put that up on my wall.
Yeah.
Yes, Jack D's dog. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's Juniper.
Oh, that's sweet.
Goodness,
That's so
that is
good.
absolutely fantastic.
I know.
Such a good expression,
I
isn't
love
it?
it.
That's
No,
adorable.
and,
You're so talented, Iona. Well
Yes.
done.
Yeah, well done.
And there you go.
And there's Mildred. That's
Oh, there's
sweet, isn't it?
Mildred.
Isn't that nice?
Very cute.
Looking very like you. When you hold it up against your face, you do look very similar.
I think.
Yeah.
Mildred's
got that-
looks a
Same.
bit better kept, I think.
You've just got the same expression, like, what's happening next kind of look on your face. Yeah.
What is happening next? So there you go. Thank you very much. Very, very sweet.
I'll
And
post those.
I
Yeah,
should
they're great.
apologise as well. It was a work in progress, so some things were said that I don't stand by.
In the show.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, we've all been there, I suppose. Yeah.
Well, it was just I don't know how appropriate it was for a 16-year-old. That's all.
Okay. I was in Nottingham the other night, and it was nice. It was good.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it was.
Glad to hear it. By the way, Steve said he doesn't know. He was down there. He said he doesn't know why those shirts are there. Sorry.
All right. Okay. No, he doesn't have to apologise. It's his house and his shirts. I mean, I notice these things and I just need answers sometimes. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jack, was that when you were in Nottingham doing Tea on Tour?
Yes, I did do a couple of Tea on Tour entries there in Nottingham. That was, as I remember, it wasn't terribly impressive in Nottingham.
Yeah.
I got angry in the hotel because it was one of those places where the kettle is miles away from the plug. It's all
Unbearable.
They've wound the little coil up all nice, the cord all up nicely and neatly.
Yes.
And then you realise that there's you've got to go hunt the plug and find out where, and inevitably you've got to have the kettle on the floor or next to the telly, steaming up the telly when it boils, or on my bedside table.
Yeah.
Who designs hotels rooms like that?
It was Tea on Tour meets Falling Down, wasn't it? You had the Michael Douglas moment there.
I did. I had a bit of a trip as well when I was making the film. But anyway, it's all in a good cause.
Well, how's Dolly and how's Juniper?
Well,
You've
I can.
been on
Dolly
the
has
road.
been delightful. I've been away from her, and so it was lovely to come back to her. And she makes a big fuss when you get back. It's been,
Yes.
it's been really. She's on great form actually.
Good.
And and Juniper.
Yeah, she's well. I actually had a moment this morning. I thought, maybe I should bring this up on the pod. Juniper, she's sort of grabbing, like along the way. I was quite alarmed at how many bits of poo there were along the walk this morning.
Right.
And so it's quite an effort to keep her away.
Is this on the pavement?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
It's
In Bedford.
bad.
Yeah.
Bedford, yeah. You can't even be sure it's dogs in Bedford, can you?
To wrestle her away from quite a few, she did manage to have a mouthful of one.
Oh.
And I know it's so horrible. It's really disturbing.
That's
Yeah,
terrible.
you don't want to do that, do you?
And I'm sort of doing that thing of berating her and this, Juniper, that's disgusting, as I'm walking along. But I've just recently changed her over to a new brand of food. And the other day,
Sorry, why?
because she doesn't really love her food. Like sometimes, at first she will, and then she'll gradually go off it. So I have to
Mildred
mix.
was like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you'll have to tell me what you've settled on because it's still not working. I was reading about this particular brand that I've changed to, and one of the reviews said that their dogs had started eating more poo, and I'm wondering if it's related to that.
What?
Yeah.
If the dog prefers poo to their brand, they need to look at their recipe. I think it's not working well, is it? I'm glad you didn't name the brand. I mean, that
No,
really
I wouldn't do that.
No. Okay. Well, keep us updated.
I will.
Yes.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a mission. She's a year and a half or so now. A bit over that.
Or maybe
And-
the poo is working as a dessert. It actually goes really
Oh,
well.
it's just
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
So
Move
unpleasant.
Move on.
Yeah,
I know,
yeah.
I
Move on from
apologise.
that. But yeah, I just love to get her something that she really enjoys. I've been through quite a few, and I like the idea of it being like a freeze-dry, air-dried, or whatever they call it, raw one.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
what I'd
yeah.
like for her because it's really good for them. But I haven't settled on the right one yet.
Okay. Did you speak to Simon about that problem?
Yeah, I tried I had the recommendation from Simon in the first place. And that one didn't work out either. So
okay, all right.
She's just fussy.
More
Very
to be
fussy.
done. Yeah, I'm not that fussy. Not the word that springs to mind.
Yeah, that's so true.
Pretty laid back, actually. Pretty laid back. Just quickly, obviously I've been away from. We got lots of great voice notes and messages from our listeners, but I've been away most of the week, and Grace's nephew was staying here in the house. So the house has been pretty full with kids, Grace, and then Mildred. So.
Yeah.
And Grace has been unwell. She's fine now, but she's been unwell.
Okay,
Yeah. Yes, thank you. But obviously, there's quite an extra load there, plus Mildred. So whilst I was away, Michelle very kindly looked after Mildred for a couple of days. And before we hopped on air, if you will, I asked Michelle, have you got anything, basically? Have you got anything I can pass on? And actually, I was surprised because Michelle has the problem, of course, with Mildred barking outside as well.
Yes.
When she opens the door. So she's left me a voice note on the phone, and I'll just play it down the mic here.
The only thing that comes to mind right now is nothing funny, I'm afraid, at the moment, I don't think. Anyway, I've only just got up.
She didn't know I was
tried
playing.
to do that, when I let her out to go into the garden and she literally bolts through my door. I can't open the door quick enough and she starts barking and barking and barking. So what I've been doing is I've been holding her collar and I take her out slowly and I just keep saying stay. Stay. Oh. And I walk her into the middle of the garden and she doesn't bark because she's calm. Doesn't always work. If I think of anything funny, I'll let you know. Oh, one other thing. Can you transfer 60 quid to my Revolut? Thank you.
Right, that was hang on. I didn't know they played the next voice note. Well, it wasn't just a favour.
No.
She gets.
Okay. Yeah.
About time.
Yeah. That's money for looking after Mildred.
Yes. All right. You didn't need to clarify that. I don't think Michelle will thank you for saying that. But that was quite. She didn't mess around there at the end, did she? That was.
That's how to deal with Sean.
Yeah.
The tone really changed.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there was one other thing. But she's picking up on what Simon's recommendation, wasn't she? Of like taking Mildred out to the garden like on a lead or holding onto her collar.
Yes.
So that she doesn't start barking.
That.
That's really clever. It's really good. Yeah.
So
it's great. It's working.
Yeah, Michelle's been putting that into practice. So at least someone is.
It reminds me of when we had our two Dachshunds, Walter and Darcy, and they were sweet dogs. They were really lovely. But Darcy, of course, had Walter around her little paw, as it were. And did this terrible thing. She'd trick him into going outside. I think I've told you this. So if there was a chew or something that they both wanted to get, Darcy would suddenly go to the back door and start barking, and then Walter, of course, would go nuts as soon as she barks. I go, what is it? I'll sort it for you. You open the back door. Walter'd go tearing outside, and then we'd close the back door, and then he's outside, and Darcy's gone back to get the chew because that was her trick to get him away from it, right?
So
and
clever.
I always felt so bad because Walter would be outside going, I'm outside. Suddenly I'm outside. Everyone else is inside. I was inside as well. Now I'm outside. And they're all inside. I want to be inside, but I'm outside. And I reckon that's what dogs are saying when they're barking outside. I'm outside, but I want to be inside. Poor old Walter. He fell for it every time, He's just like, she'd bark at the door and he's like, I'll sort it. And off he'd go. And then he had this terrible thing, yeah.
Oh dear! I've told you, Mildred has to go outside when someone arrives back to the house.
Oh right.
Mildred has to go outside, and I swear to God, it's to tell everyone.
To tell everyone they're back.
I told
yeah.
you, Dad's back! Dad's back! Everyone, Dad's back! You can relax. Everyone can relax. Back in your houses. He's back.
Do other dogs bark back as well? I love it when that starts happening.
Oh, that's the best.
It's hilarious, isn't it?
Yeah.
I told you he'd be back. I told you he would. Don't know why you go on about it. He's always back. Yeah. When are you going up Michelle's next?
Oh, why is she not replying? Michelle's been teaching her that lead thing, isn't she, on YouTube? Yeah, I know. So, funnily enough, that's that takes us perfectly, I think. We have here a voice note, actually, from Vicky, who says, "Hi, Jack, Seann and Sara. Here's a voice note about dogs who use email. Love the pod and look forward to every episode. Also, love the replies for when men take it upon themselves to lecture female dog walkers. So thanks, Sara, for those. Love, Vicky."
You're very welcome, Vicky.
Yeah.
Seann and Sara, this is Vicky from Chichester, doggy mum to Nala, the 2-year-old cockapoo. We're big fans of the pod, and we really enjoyed the episode a couple of weeks ago where Dolly got a message from another Chihuahua called Truffles, I think. I thought you might like to know that Nala is also very tech savvy and sends frequent messages to my mum by email, and they exchange all their news. Nala's spelling is pretty poor and so is her grammar, but it keeps us all amused, even though it makes us sound completely bonkers. Anyway, we love all the facts and information we get from your pod and the laughs as well. So keep up the good work. Keep going, guys. You can do it.
Oh, that's great. Thank you, Vicky.
That's very sweet. Thank you very much. You've reminded me, Vicky, that after a lot of my gigs, people, I don't know if I'm noticing it or it's because they listen to Own My Dog, but I can't go, sorry, do you listen to Own My Dog? Because what they're saying is, keep going. People are saying it to me after my shows, and I go, sorry, is this connected to the pod, or is this now just what people say to me? They look at me and go, this guy, he needs support. He really needs some support.
Encouragement.
So they just say, keep going. Is that on social media?
No. After a show, like if I bump into someone, they'll be very nice, and then they'll go, keep going.
I hope they listen.
That's what I'm saying. Because it all started on Oh My Dog. I can't go, sorry, do you listen to Oh My Dog and you're relating to that, or do you just feel sorry for me? Which one is it?
It's a difficult one, that, isn't it? Because it's I'd be thrown by that as well. Yeah.
Thanks nonetheless. But no, that's lovely. That's lovely from Vicky. Dogs sending emails.
Yeah.
I love it as well that people are finding out facts and information from the podcast.
Yeah.
It's always nice to hear that.
It's frightening.
It's packed full of valuable information, isn't it? And that's why we obviously have to pepper it with a little bit of laughter and some fun stuff in between. But
absolutely.
There's no way you could take on board everything that we impart. Without it being, we got to sugar the pill with some fun.
I know. It's like a course, this, isn't it? It's more like a kind of audio book.
You've got to take it easy, because otherwise it's just too heavy going.
Yeah, open university here.
It is really.
Which is why I like to lighten it up with jokes, because it's Pancake Day today, don't you?
It is. We've got to do it on pancakes.
We're recording on. Well, you do, Jack. We got a pancake joke in the style of Jack D.
Oh no.
This is written by ChatGPT, who says, this is in the style of Jack D. Pancake Day is one of those holidays where we all pretend we're excited about flipping batter in a frying pan. I mean, it's just flour, eggs and milk, isn't it? The same ingredients as glue, but with a bit of sugar, and somehow it's a celebration. People say, oh, Pancake Day. Are you having lemon and sugar or Nutella? As if these are the great dilemmas of our time. I'm just standing there thinking, I wonder how long I can pretend I'm too busy to join in. The best bit is the flipping. You toss it in the air, it lands on the ceiling, and suddenly it's an art of installation. Yes, the abstract pancake, symbolising my apathy and the complete collapse of my culinary ambitions. And then there's the tradition of giving up something for Lent. I think I'll give up pretending I enjoy Pancake Day. That should do it. There you go.
It's extraordinary, isn't it? I mean,
It was like he was there.
Well,
it was like Jack was just motoring this himself.
To be honest, you sound more like Stuart Lee to me when you read it like that, because I think you weren't kind of channeling me there. It sounded like Stuart Lee had become an observational comedian.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, think about pancakes. We all make a pancake. Everyone loves a pancake.
Think about pancakes.
Get it in the pan.
We all make a pancake.
Pancakes in your pan.
Everyone loves a pancake. Get it in the pan.
Yeah.
Pancakes in your pan. No, I wasn't trying to. Yes, I know. I wasn't trying to do you. I'm sorry. I can't. No one can impersonate Jack. It's very frustrating.
No one does it. I don't know why, but it's well, they say it's the finest form of compliment, isn't it? But I've not yet had that compliment, so I don't think anyone can be asked. Actually, it's. God, it's strange how much stuff that GPT comes up with, though, isn't it? It really is.
I know. Have you had your pancake, by the way?
I have had pancakes this morning, yeah. I did.
Wow.
Yeah. It's also, it so happens that it's our son's birthday. Well, birthdays. I have twin boys, as you know.
Of course.
Happy birthday.
I should pass that on, as I always do when I'm given a compliment or a gift. And they'll be very happy with that. It's yeah.
Oh, lovely.
I mean, they're not kids anymore, as you know. They're adults. So, yeah, we had pancakes. It was nice.
Very nice.
Very nice. Sara, pancake?
Oh, no, not yet. And then you just made me think, oh, God, I've got to do pancakes later now.
Do it for the kids when they come in from tea. That'd be lovely, wouldn't it? They'd be like that.
Yeah, it'd be lovely for me to have to do that.
I bet you'd enjoy
won't
doing that, wouldn't you? Yeah. You'll want to.
Oh, Sara's gleaming with excitement.
Yeah,
there you go. Well, I think we have one more email.
We can do it another time because Jason is actually ready.
Oh, great! Okay.
Oh, fantastic!
Okay, excellent stuff. Let's see if we can get him in.
Jason Byrne is a comedian, radio host and author whose career spans over 2 decades. He's a regular at Edinburgh Fringe, has appeared on numerous TV shows like Live at the Apollo, Mock the Week and 8 out of 10 Cats, and his eponymous Radio 2 show won a Sony Gold. His current tour show, called No Show, runs until May, and his new tour, Head in the Clouds, kicks off in Edinburgh this August. But we don't want to hear about all of Jason's amazing achievements. We want to get to know him through his love of dogs.
Jason, you're currently between dogs, I understand?
Yes, I am. So I had, the latest dog episode I had was with, so we think the dog's called Cody or Coda.
Okay.
Say Kody. Anyway, I was with my partner in Dublin, and she lives in the centre of Dublin, and I pulled up outside her house, and there was a dog, not even chained. You know those big, heavy, the kind of leads that would be on a strong dog, like almost like nylon, like a heavy rope.
I know,
like,
yeah.
Because you need them for the bigger dog. So somebody had looped him onto a fence, just the lead, and he was sitting. Well, he wasn't even sitting because the ground was a bit wet. So I was watching him from my car, and I thought, oh, maybe somebody went into a house. So this is a street now, by the way. Very British London street that doesn't have any gardens, just all terraced houses. And I thought maybe some old woman or somebody or some old guy just clipped him on to say hello to a neighbour. So I watched him, and he wouldn't sit down the ground fully. What he looked like, which I found out afterwards, he's a cross between a staff and a Labrador, which was really unusual, kind of big animal. So I looked around and went up to him slow. Well, first of all, you see, because I don't know the dog, I was kind of approaching him cautiously enough in case he went for me or anything, because he was kind of whimpering. He was looking up and down the street, you know.
How long did it take you, Jason, for you to make that choice of, I'm actually going to go and have a look?
Well, first of all, I have a huge soft spot for dogs, and I
Yes.
looked at it and I went, I am not leaving that dog on its own. I don't care what happens here. I had loads of stuff to do that day, all out the window.
Yeah.
So I actually quickly knocked into houses across the road in the street, and they all said, we don't know who he is. And then I felt like I was in, I don't know, some sort of a cartoon or an animated series, because I had to ring the dog warden. I've never seen a dog warden, or I've never heard of
It sounds like a character out of the Beano or something. Is that unique to Dublin? Hey, watch out, Parky's on his way.
Yeah, that's what it was. Because I've never met or talked to or spoke or seen a dog warden.
Yeah.
So, and I ring the dog warden, and I ask him what to do. I go, I don't know if anybody owns this dog. Well, he had a collar but no name on it. And then he said, well, listen, if you find the nearest vet, can you walk him to the nearest vet? And then, Jesus, the nearest vet was 40-minute walk, right?
Yeah.
And this dog, and I said, I don't know this dog. I don't know if he's going to go for me or whatever. He's a strong. You can have a look at my Instagram, so you'll see him on there, what he looks like. So we had the staff head. He was young. He was only about 2 years old, but he was strong. Mm-hmm. So I took him off. The minute I took him off the fence, he started pulling like on the leads really heavy. And so off I went, 40-minute walk, but it took an hour to get there because the dog would not stop sniffing every lamppost. Right. You know, I was trying to be kind of dominant, you know, because I went, I've only ever had small dogs. I went, I need to be, come on, boy, and be like, whoa. But then I thought, oh shit, maybe he had a really bad owner and he's going to rip me head off. So I shouldn't do anything. So I walked with the fella. He was loving it now. Actually, he was definitely used to a lead. He was walking along, but everybody got out of my way. They crossed the street. They moved because I could see that dog was walking me, and he's a big. He wasn't like an XL bully or anything. No. He's skinnier, but he dragged me all the way up, and eventually I got to the vet. And you know, because it was really stressful. Because first of all, I was worried about the dog. Didn't know where he came from. Wasn't too sure if he was going to attack me. I did all that kind of stuff, and I get to the vet. And it goes, please ring doorbell. You're not allowed to enter unless you ring the doorbell. So the dog is like pulling me backwards, forward, center. I'm trying to make it sit. I press the doorbell. And the woman from the inside, the receptionist, is going, you know, with her finger, you know, 1 minute, please. 1 minute. Yeah. I'm literally shouting, this is not my dog. It's not my dog. And there's people inside going, what's up? So I opened the door. And the dog wouldn't go in. But the other waft from a vet, the smell of a vet.
Yes,
he just smelled. So there you go, such a strong dog, but a bit of fear in him. Yeah. He smelled everything, he just went, oh no. So then the vet came out, this beautiful vet, a beautiful lady vet. I don't know.
You said it, Jason. We're not commenting on that bit. Go on.
I fell in love a little bit.
Yeah.
So I went, oh my God, she's a beautiful lady vet.
A beautiful lady vet? What are you saying?
I'm just saying that it wasn't an ugly man vet. It was a lovely lady vet. Definitely. She didn't say she was a lady vet. She didn't say.
But you could tell because you know about these things. I know.
I do. I am so versed in all that area these days. So,
you're listening to Oh My Dog, a podcast about dogs and beautiful lady vets.
Yes, thank God. There's lady vets listening now going, thank God we've been mentioned.
Yeah, at last. We've got to...
Yeah. So, she then gets the dog right, and so the dog's been pulling on me. I mean, I've had as much control as I can. My hand is killing me now because I wrapped the rope around my hand trying to hold the dog. She just did... She did... This is why I said she was a beautiful lady vet, because she used her beautiful lady vet powers on Cody, on the dog.
Right.
She just started making like beautiful, like going, oh my God, look at you, what do you got?
Wow, that was beautiful. Wow.
It was beautiful. It was beautiful because the dog just lay down for her and went completely quiet and just chilled out. And she went, it's okay, Jason, I'll look after him now. You go ahead.
That's because she wanted to get rid of you, staring at her.
I know, I should see. When she said get got down. Maybe I shouldn't have got down as well. That was a bit weird. She was going, no, not you. Oh, sorry. You can just, what a sketch that would have been, actually, guys. We just went along with a camera and dogs in a cage. Then Jason.
Then Jason in a cage,
It's like, can I hang around?
Oh, dear.
But it just gets... Look, I don't know, guys, if you ever think about this, but I often wonder about stand-up, and not that I won't have to do it anymore, but when it'll leave me alone, like, because stuff just won't stop happening to me. Like, that dog was on that thing, I was like, oh my God. And then on comes the next part of the story, which I'll summarise as well, was that the dog is in the vet's, that's gone. So I rang the next day and she went, oh yeah, he's gone to the pound, to the dog pound. And so I'm thinking, oh my God, is he going to be put down? I don't know what happens with dog pounds.
God.
So I then get a message on my Instagram from Linda Martin, okay? And Linda Martin, only way I know who Linda Martin is, and people can Google her, is what she won the Eurovision Song Contest for Ireland.
What?
Yes,
What
mad.
is this?
I know, Sean. This is like why I have to do what I do for a living.
Yeah.
So I went, hello? And it was like, yes, I have your dog. I have Cody. I have the dog. We found out the dog was called Cody. And I went, okay. I thought she meant in her house. I thought she fostered the dog.
Right.
She then said, would you come up and take a few pictures with the dog? I thought, why am I being invited to her house to take pictures with the dog?
The beautiful lady singer.
Beautiful lady singer. It was good friends with the beautiful lady vet, Jack. So she then, I got the postcode and started arriving to kind of like a bit off-road country lane. I thought, well, Linda Martin, I know she lives out on her own in the countryside. Not well in a house.
Well, now everyone knows that.
Right.
Thanks to you.
Hey, Jack, this is Ireland. Everybody knows where everybody lives. There's no mystery. It's like people know where Bono lives.
I know.
There's no hiding. People go, oh, what's your address? Oh, do you know what? I once got a post here in Ireland, and I had Jason Byrne, Old Town, Ireland.
No, and it got to you.
Yeah, got to me.
How cool is that? That is something. That's great.
So don't worry about Linda Martin. So I get the postcode, and then I see literally huge, like a big dog pound area. And I go, oh, why is Linda Martin house beside a dog? She comes out, she's in her dog gear, and I go, oh my God. I go, what are you doing here? She goes, I asked you to come here to take a picture of the dog. And I went, yeah, but you're a singer. What do you do? She goes, no, I run the dog pound.
Right.
I look after the dogs. I was like, oh my God. I had no idea.
Do you eat a lot of cheese before you sleep? Is this
God, no, come on. No, I think I don't listen. I don't listen. So then I go in there and there.
Wow.
So basically, I put up on Instagram, does anybody know who owns this dog? We then found the owner who said, oh,
So through Instagram, that worked on Instagram?
Yeah.
Wow.
So, but there's two parallel stories. We're not too sure which way they're going to work. Is Linda took the dog in, and she said after 5 days I can foster him out to somebody else if the owners don't turn up. But the owners did say, "Oh, that's our dog." So here, I mean, there's loads of sleuthing going on here.
Yeah.
So then, Linda said it's roughly around 500 quid to get your dog back out of the pound because you got to pay for the vet, the dog owner, like all this stuff. So the owners never turned up to get him. So yeah, they never came back to get him. And so the two stories. So first of all, someone said, "Oh no, he was just clipped onto that fence and they didn't want him anymore." Then somebody else on Instagram said, No, I seen him running around the area with that lead on him. So he must have escaped, right? So then the other one was that, and then people are going, oh, I can't believe they didn't come back and get their dog. But my other theory is they mightn't have been able to afford to get their dog back.
Yeah.
But we don't know. And so Linda Martin, winner of Eurovision Song Contest, and the song was called Why Me, by the way. she still has the dog, and he's called Cody. He's called Kodi or Kody, whatever.
Okay.
But she looks after those dogs, but they will never get put down.
Right.
So
Okay.
it's not. I thought it was a dog pound, and only got a couple of days.
Okay.
But she has in Ireland. I don't know if it's a thing over there, but you're not allowed to own an XL bully anymore here.
Yeah, you're not here either. I think it's been
the same
outlawed.
thing,
yeah. So if you own one, obviously you can live it. You just can't have
You just can't breed them and stuff. Yeah.
So she has, oh my God, a mountain of XL bullies in their cages.
Yeah.
And they are huge dogs.
Yeah.
But the thing was really weird so I've never seen one. I've actually never been up close to one. And some of them, there was one beautiful female there, and they had bred it, a beautiful female was there, and they had bred it so much that you know what I mean.
You okay? Open a window, Jason.
No, I'm all right. I don't know what's going on with the beauty.
I know.
It's as if Walt Disney has come in and injected me in the neck.
Yeah.
Everything's beautiful.
Yeah.
I don't even like musicals. So he's there, and so I check in, but I don't know. It's hard to take that dog. You'd need a lot of land. You have to walk him loads.
Yeah.
And he's not. I don't know about him around little kids.
You wouldn't know, and that would be a worry, wouldn't it? And it certainly is something you've got to really think carefully about with a dog that you don't know. I think the only person that doesn't come out well from that story is the dog warden, because they weren't that much help, really, were they? They turned up. They had you wait around. Then they turned up and said, "Take it to the vet," which you would have done anyway, presumably. I mean, it's just...
But the other thing as well is that, I don't know, obviously they don't have much resources in Dublin for dog wardens, because he said, "Oh yeah, the dog warden is not near you." I went, "What? He's on the other side of the city." And I went, "Yeah, but where's the other one?" And he went, "What?" There is no other dog warden. This is a guy called Terry going around collecting lots of dogs off beautiful vets. Are you a beautiful vet?
So you're actually you're in between dogs, aren't you? So you're a huge dog lover.
Yeah.
Currently don't have any dogs.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if I love dogs, but the reason I basically rescued Cody was for clicks on Instagram. I was going, there's an opportunity there for 100 more followers. No. I have. Well, yeah. I mean, I could go. We've always had dogs when I was a kid. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we had. I know you're dog lovers, but the first animal I remember as a kid in my house though was a big cat, like one of those big Persian fluffy ones that my mum and dad had got their hands on, right?
Yes.
But my dad could never tell this story because he couldn't stop crying laughing because it was kind of funny, whatever. But they had this cat, and it would sleep up in the engines of cars. Cats did that loads when there was much more.
Nice and
now,
warm.
they don't really do it as much, do they? I don't hear a cat.
What did they do?
They used to get up into engines of cars and sleep because it was warm.
Yeah.
Because cars years ago, Sean, and Jack there would have probably remember, they were like absolutely roasting for hours.
Especially the steam ones.
Brunel's cat. Brunel's cat used to go up into his engines.
Terrible. Poached alive. It was tragic.
This cat, big cat, he got up into an engine, and somebody had started the fan in the radiator or whatever in the engine clipped his tail. So just clipped his tail, so he got him out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he came over to my dad. Said he came back over and his tail was kind of hanging off. Right.
Oh my lord!
I know it's sad but true, but lovely, but doesn't matter. So then my mum and dad, who working class Ireland, didn't have tons of money. So they brought him to the vet, brought the cat to the vet, and my dad went, it costs like 150 quid or something to get his tail sewn back on, right? And then my dad said, when my mum was doing the washing in the kitchen one day, the cat walked across the garden and my dad was standing behind her, and the tail just fell off, and the cat just kept walking. Oh, it was 150 quid for that. It just fell off.
That's
I
not.
know. And then
Oh, dear.
and I was going, what happened afterwards? And my dad's going, I don't know. I can't remember. Because cats obviously need their tails to jump and get through things or whatever.
Right. Yes.
But anyway, so we had that. But then we did have an array of dogs. I don't know if this ever happened to you. So in the 80s, I remember them in the 80s a lot, and dogs would come into our house that my mum would get as puppies or whatever.
Yeah.
They'd grow a bit, and then we come home from school and they'd be gone.
Oh yeah. Why?
We'd be gone.
Have they gone to live on a farm in?
Yeah. My mum went, no. Yeah, the dog, he's gone somewhere, like way far away, right?
Yeah.
But I remember being a kid, I must be about 10, walking down the street, and another family walking down with my dog.
Oh no. Oh, Jason. Oh no.
I'm pretty sure that's my dog. And they were going, and of course the mother of that family was in cahoots with my mum. I was going, that's not your dog. I don't know, it's very like it, I'd say. It's not your dog. I was going, what?
Yeah.
Jason, it's been an absolute pleasure.
It has.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you,
I'll
Jason.
take a picture. I'm going to take an on-screen picture.
Yeah.
Which will be just probably
first.
dreadful.
Yeah. No,
Jack, your camera just kind of zoned in really quick. That was brilliant.
Yeah, okay, good stuff. Here we are.
Well done.
Thank you very much. Wow, when was he going to shut up?
It was. It was fantastic. I love Jason. You just kind of ask him a question and woof, he's gone.
Absolutely, you can listen to him
Brilliant.
forever. Wonderful,
really good.
and wonderful live comedian as well. It should be said. Please do go and see him. He's one of my favourites.
I agree.
I
It's
was
very
waiting to
good.
be called a beautiful lady producer.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I'm so sorry. Your screen was off at that point. To be
That's
fair.
true.
That's what's happened there. But a great guest, and what an incredible story at the
An
top.
extraordinary story, yeah, of course it was. Well, thank you all for listening to Oh My Dog. We love getting all these insights from our guests, and we hope you're enjoying getting to know a different side of them through their relationships with their dogs.
Yes, and please do us a favour, do it now. Go and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can now watch Oh My Dog, and keep getting in touch. You can get in touch by emailing us at hello@omdpod.com, and of course find us on Instagram at OMDpod. You'll find lots of extra content there. There are loads of videos up every week, and of course you can send us your voice notes there too.
Yeah, and don't forget to give us a 5-star review wherever you get your podcasts, that does help. And remember, a dog is for life, not just for podcasts.